Welcome to Retro Gaming Rewind. Today we're going to be playing Kirby's Dreamland for the original 1989 black and white Game Boy. I'm playing it on a Game Boy Color version, so you'll see a little bit of color in the game, make it a little bit more visually interesting. Now this game came out in 1992. It is the introduction of Kirby to the world. It's the very first Kirby game, so Kirby's been out there for 24 years now, which is absolutely incredible. There's a new one, a new game that comes out this upcoming Friday in the US called Kirby's Robobot, which is the new game in the series. I'm pretty excited to play it. I really enjoyed Triple Deluxe when it came out, I think about a year or two ago. So Kirby's Dreamland was made by HAL Labs, as I mentioned a few weeks back in our Adventures of Lolo playthrough, and you'll actually see Lolo and Lala in this game, and I'll point them out when we get there. But we're going to play through a little bit of this game. This is a really fun title. I played this all the time as a kid. I can't even tell you how many hours I played this game. And one of my favorite all-time games for the NES is Kirby's Adventure. Now, if you're familiar with Kirby and you've never played Kirby's Dreamland, this is not the first game that introduced Kirby's signature ability to copy enemies' skills and weapons. Or abilities, or magic abilities, or whatever you want to call it. He could still use his mouth and suck, characters in and spit them back out. That's something that was introduced in this game, but the ability to take the Bomb Man's bomb ability, or, the cutter, or, firepower, that was all introduced in Kirby's Adventure, and that was a really fun game, but that doesn't make this any less fun. A lot of the characters introduced in this game were honored in one of my favorite levels of Kirby's Adventure, where it goes all black and white and just brings me right back to all the hours I put into this game. This game, of course, introduces one of the most infamous, maybe infamous isn't the correct word, but one of the most famous first boss battles from Kirby's Dreamland, which is the big tree, which we're going to face in a bit. I think this and Adventure, or Link's Awakening, were games that I would just play and play and play and play as a kid. I never owned Kirby's Dreamland 2 as a kid, strangely enough. I only got it very recently. Maybe we'll play it for the channel a little bit later in the year. Won't have time this week. We're going to wreck up this boss real quick. And part of the background story in this game is they were originally going to name Kirby Po-Po-Po, and it was going to be like Twinkle Po-Po-Po was the name of the game, and the ball character of Kirby was just a stand-in until they figured out what they wanted the character to look like. So you have Lo-Lo-Lo, Castle Lo-Lo-Lo, that was based on, the whole Po-Po-Po. So some of those things stayed. And that was sort of the introduction of Kirby. So you have a lot of those iconic pieces. I guess I need that after all. I think we're just going to bypass a lot of these baddies and go straight for the enemy. I don't like these guys that are all wrapped up because you cannot suck them in. They're not quite as bad as the floating, oranges. And there is Lolo. He's kind of a mini boss, and Lolo and Lala work hand in hand to be your second boss battle. So we just defeated Lolo. So he was introduced in this game as an additional character, which is kind of fun. And this is kind of like the spicy candy, where you can just blast your enemies. not exactly rare candy. It's the spicy stuff. Alright, I think I am full on health, so I'm just going to go all the way up to the top and hopefully not get hit by the spikes. I haven't taken a hit yet. Alright, we got Lolo and Lala. You can tell Lala is because of the bow. It's kind of fun to see those characters that were introduced. And I think I mentioned in my playthrough of Adventures of Lolo that it looked a lot like Kirby. Except he had that little tiny tail. And Lolo here is pushing boxes just like Lolo does in the game, which is a lot of fun. Boom. Stage 3. This is a really fun and easy pick 'em up and play game, and if you haven't played this before, do yourself a favor and pick it up. Music's great, gameplay is great. It's probably one of the best games for the Game Boy. And while you're at it, pick up Kirby for the NES as well, Kirby's Adventure. Hands down, probably top 10 games for me on the NES. And I'm really looking forward to playing it for the channel. It's just a long, long game. And I can beat it I can beat most levels pretty quickly. So I want to do it justice and dedicate kind of a couple days to it. Health power up, please. Thank you, sir. Bum, ba, dum, bum. You can't spit underwater in this level, but you can swim. Got a 1-up. Oh, got hurt again. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's not a doorway, I forgot. I thought it was. I think maybe it's down below. It's been a while. Here's the door. Alright, we got some spicy candy again. Get some health power up and another 1-up. We've got 6 lives now. It's pretty good. So I read that originally Kirby, on top of not looking anything like Kirby, because they didn't even have Kirby as an actual character in mind when they came out with this, when they started developing the game, is originally he was going to be yellow, and the Japanese version had him as pink, and they decided to leave him as pink. And then for the US version, because, you know, marketing reasons or whatever, they didn't want to misrepresent that the game was in color, so I think is what I read. So they made all of the artwork for Kirby's Dreamland black and white for Kirby himself. The rest of the box has the tree and everything in there. And I didn't bring the game cartridge with me today. Otherwise, I'd show you the box. The box is pretty nice. Okay. Don't know why we're fighting him again so soon. Bottom. Cool. Love that at the end. The only thing that I really miss is like the pusha. I used to call it the pusha. When you say push A, when you land in Kirby's Adventure, when you complete a level, you fall onto a cloud, which is practically like a spring. You just push off of it and launch. These are the oranges that I was telling you about. I don't know how you would describe them. They're the flappy faces with the ears with flappy faces. If you suck in near them, they get angry. And that was the freakiest thing to me when I first saw it. But it gives you time to learn, and wow, did I get hit poorly. Oh. I don't want to lose a life. Boom, boom, boom. I just need some health right now. Alright, so you get the spinners, but you can't take their power yet. Because that comes next game. Same with the laser guys. I've been playing a little bit of Kirby's Triple Deluxe earlier this week. Get kind of mentally prepared to start playing Robobot later this weekend when I have some free time. I don't know if we're gonna beat this game in this playthrough. Certainly not if we keep. Well, I guess we haven't kept dying. It's the first life we've lost. I think it's the first life I've lost. I thought it was up to 6 lives at one point. Getting a little bit of lag. Yep, got hurt. Gotta be in the corners for those drops. Launch at a dude, hit him, and avoid. I think when I looked at the small little Gameboy screen, I had no idea that he wasn't actually round. Or that the eyeball thing wasn't actually round. That center eyeball has some, like, it's just a white square. It's not, like, perfectly spherical. I'm sure there's a programming reason for that. Bum, bum, bum. I could use that health. Cool. Gotta avoid the explosions. Okay. Almost through, and we're there. If I pay attention to where I'm going, dun da da dun. Okay. 2 hit points down. I think the same strategy will exist for me. Thought I was going to be closer to that guy to suck him in. Nope, gotta move. Wow, I am sucking it up. 2 lives. Alright, hit him once. Drop some more ammo for me, man. There we go. Now we're on even turf. Got him. Mount DDD. Are we gonna beat this game? Didn't realize it was that close to the end. I thought there were like 8 stages. So this is just elements of the... Ooh, that's cool. I don't know what that's all about. These are elements of the first 4 levels, and then you fight the boss again. So hopefully you knew what you were doing the first time. Difficulty's upped a little bit. I think they all have more health. Got that one. 1 down. 3 to go. Let's go take on Lala and Lolo. And those masks are from Super Mario Bros. 2, aka Super Mario USA. So Super Mario Bros. 2 in the US is not the same as Super Mario Bros. 2 through the rest of the world, or specifically Japan. So these masks came from a game called Doki Doki Panic, which was kind of relabeled for the US with Mario characters, and that was Super Mario Bros. 2 in the US. And one of these days we'll go ahead and do a Let's Play of Doki Doki Panic and Super Mario Bros. 2 US, and you'll see the difference. I think I'm almost done with Lala here. Oh. Lolo's gone. I think it's so fun that they have brought back their old character as a boss. That's just awesome. We'll fight the difficult boss last, which is one of the more iconic bosses, as well as the tree. I can't remember, I don't think Lolo or Lala come back in any of the future iterations. But the 2 big ones that keep coming back in Kirby games are the tree and the cloud thing. Cloud eyeball. And this is kind of reminiscent of some of those side-scrolling shooters. And that style of game I'm typically terrible at. There's a game that is coming out this year that looks so fun, but it's only Xbox. I really wish that they would roll it out to PlayStation or computer. And that is Cupman. Whoa. Almost nailed that guy in the head. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Super easy to get to him. Got 4 hits left, so hopefully I have learned my mistakes. Stay on the far edges until he swoops down. Or especially when he swoops down. Cool. 2 hit points. Ah! Crap. Whoa. I almost got hit again. This is exciting. And play DDD. Super powerful boss. Got more hit points than any other boss in the game. And he's got a lot of varied attacks, including the trips, super powerful suction, hammer, and he will go directly to where you were standing, so he doesn't go to specific spots. And he will try to jump over you. So you have to pause where you're moving. Bum bum ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum. Gonna trip. Nope. In Kirby's Adventure, you think that you're gonna fight King DDD, and you do, but King DDD isn't really the big bad in Kirby's Adventure. It's the Dream Nightmare monster. Oh crap. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Yes! Haha! Yes! Knock King DDD out of his own castle. That is a big Kirby. And all the food is given back, because King DDD had stolen all the food. And yeah, that's it. So that was around like 25 minutes, and we beat the entire Kirby's Dreamland. And that was a lot of fun. It was a game I loved as a kid. There's some more areas that you can explore. I took kind of the quickest path through the game. Not really a lot of secrets. Kirby's Adventure is a much, much longer game. But that was the introduction of Kirby. That was 24 years ago, and he's still a huge, huge character today, with games coming out as early as this upcoming Friday. If you have a favorite Kirby game, let me know in the comments below. There are certainly ones that I haven't played. Although Kirby's Adventure is one of my favorite games of all time, I haven't played all of the Kirby games. I still haven't played Kirby's Dreamland 2. I just picked up Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shards. I don't have Kirby's Dreamland 3 yet. So there's a lot of games out there that I haven't played. So if there's one that you love that you want to see me play for the channel, add it in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of the video, and hope you get a chance to play some Kirby games soon. Bye-bye.